Sugar, for lack of a better word, is addictive. That fructose molecule is actually addictive. It stimulates the reward center in the center of the brain called the nucleus accumbens. It makes it light up. And anything that makes that nucleus accumbens light up in the extreme is addictive. So we have chemical addictions, like for instance, cocaine, heroin, nicotine, alcohol, sugar. We also have, by the way, behaviors: shopping, gambling, internet gaming, social media, pornography. Anything that stimulates that nucleus accumbens, that reward center in the extreme, is addictive. Now, how many of your friends will say to you, "Oh, I have a horrible sweet tooth"? That's sugar addiction until proven otherwise. And about 20% of America is sugar addicted. Kind of similar to the 20% of America that's alcohol addicted. Might even be the same people. This is not surprising. Yes, there are plenty of people who can pick up a soda and put it down, but there are a whole bunch who can't. And if you're one of them, the question is, how do you unaddict yourself? The first thing to do is know that it's true, because you can't solve a problem if you don't know what the problem is. And you have to basically not be in denial. A lot of people who are sugar addicted refuse to admit it and say, "Oh, I can't give up my cookies." And if you're in that camp, it's going to be very difficult to turn that around. So admitting it is the first step. Now the question is, once you've admitted it to yourself for real, how do you actually do something about it? Well, just know that the grocery store is not your friend, okay? The point of sale is where they try to get you. So the less time you can spend in the supermarket, the better, because then you have the chance of being able to actually purchase the stuff to keep it out of the house. Because if you bring it into the house, it's like an alcoholic working in a bar, okay? How easy is it to stay away from it? So that's number one, is reduce your access to the environment. Environmental control is everything. Now, the next thing, can you lower your sugar consumption? Well, you can, but you have to do it in phases, and you have to do it with a forethought. A lot of people just go to sugar sweeteners, non-nutritive sweeteners, like for instance aspartame or sucralose or stevia or monk fruit or any of the other new ones that are out on the market. The problem is that sweet taste still triggers that reward signal. And so there's still a problem. It's still not the right answer. The best way is to de-sweeten your life and make sugar a rarity, make it celebratory, make it something to look forward to rather than something to take over your life. So I am here to tell you right now, Robert Lustig, I am categorically 100% for dessert. For dessert. I am not for dessert for breakfast, lunch, snacks, and dinner. And if you are eating a standard American breakfast with 41 grams of sugar in it, and you were eating a Chinese chicken salad for lunch with 30 grams of sugar in it, and you were eating chicken teriyaki with 37 grams of sugar in it, you are eating dessert for all three meals. That's the bottom line. So you have to be cognizant, you have to be mindful about what you are bringing into your home and what you are choosing. Now, if you still continue to have problems, there are some, shall we say, fixes or some tricks that you can use. One trick you might be able to use is you can go to your health food store and buy something called L-glutamine. L-glutamine is an amino acid. It is a precursor to the neurotransmitter GABA, gamma-aminobutyric acid, which is an inhibitory amino acid. And it turns out the excitatory amino acid, glutamate, gets turned into the inhibitory amino acid, GABA, through glutamine. So adding glutamine once a day at 200 milligrams can sometimes help with that GABAergic effort in order to try to impede some of those drives. And so some people say that glutamine helps them get themselves through the sugar addiction. You'll have to try for yourself.